to you about back to school.
Yes, we know there's number, and number's 15. We don't want you to put that on the scale.
Yeah, no.
Morgan, tell us a little bit about your experience with the Freshman 15.
Well, see, I went to a school that had a lot of, kind of a different diet. And the foods that were available were kind of high in sodium. There's a lot of late night snacking because you're up studying. And I don't necessarily say that I gained 15 pounds, but there was some weight gainage.
Oh, so you're saying
occurred.
More than 15 pounds.
What? No. Don't get it.
Oh, so that's what you're saying.
No, I've pretty much been the same size since I was like in the 7th grade.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Well,
God is good.
Yes, He is. So anyways, we want to talk to you about how to avoid doing that at all stages of your college career, or even if you're not in college, or just in life. If you have a schedule, you're at a cafeteria, we want to talk to you about that.
Okay, so now that we've established that, this Freshman 15 occurs, what should they do in the cafeteria?
Yeah, well, that's the start of the Freshman 15. Let me tell you, never in your life have you been able to have a buffet 3 times a day. Let's be real.
Right.
Like, that can get a little overwhelming for your heart, soul, mind, body.
Everything.
Yes. So, number 1 rule is that before you enter the cafeteria, decide what you want. Don't decide when you get there, because when you get there, you're going to want everything.
Right.
Decide what you really want, because the reality of the matter is you have 3 meals a day, and you have all year to
try everything. Yeah, so you don't have to try everything in the first week, the first month. There's time to adjust and to get to know your cafeteria. So I think, obviously the point of getting to know what you want before you go. Because for me, I really try to I think about food all the time, right? That's just what I do. So if I'm thinking about it before I go to the cafeteria, then I'm able to get my body ready, get my mind ready, so I just wild out when I get there.
Yeah. And we also want you to remember to kind of structure it in a balanced way. So, like we said before, the balance, we want half of your plates fruits and vegetables, and the other half fats and proteins. And that way you're able to sustain yourself through to the next meal. Because oftentimes you forget to eat, you just want the carb, you just want the pizza, you just want the pasta, that's it. But we want you to have protein in there, we want you to have some fats in there. So decide on your meal, structure it well in your head before you get in there, and when you're in there, enjoy yourself.
And healthy fats.
Yes, we'll talk more about that. So, Morgan, we know that you had an apartment too throughout your college career.
Right. I had a little house on campus, but where I went to university, they made us have a meal plan, which was kind of whack. But there was some off-campus situations where I could prepare my own food, which is the case for a lot of college students if you're a junior or senior.
And that's a big step, because throughout your life, if you have the privilege of having someone prepare your meals for you, then you get to college and you have a meal plan, then you get an apartment, then you're like, what do I do?
Right.
So it's like, it's that time where you really need to just figure out what your meal flow preparation status is. So we want you guys to think ahead about this. This is going to take a little bit more time. So we want you guys to kind of Google some recipes.
There's so many resources. Excuse me, don't make me interrupt you.
There's
so many. I'm an internet. I wouldn't say I'm like an addict or anything, but I browse the internet for recipes, for menu ideas. There's so many free websites that you can go on there and things that are low cost. We can put some links there in the description box to help you out. But I've seen some recipes where it prepares 6 servings, which obviously for one individual that's too much. But it might be $3 a serving. You can't really get a good home cooked meal at a restaurant for $3.
Yeah.
So you benefit from cooking it yourself.
And we know you're trying to be on that value menu that is not going to sustain you.
No.
Let's be real. It's going to be 15, 20,
2
25
hours.
pounds. But so, for example, beans. Like beans, my friend, they are just a wonderful food to have. And you pair that, seriously, all you need is some beans, a little rice, and vegetables, and you're good.
And that same concept can be applied to a lot of other things. We said half your plate fruits and vegetables, having your healthy proteins and your carbs. If you have maybe one day you do black beans, and next day you do pinto, or you put on tostada, you got your your carb with tostada, you got your beans, you got your lettuce, tomato, boom, that's a meal. And it's so easy to do.
Yeah, and a lot of times in college we neglect our creative outlet, so let this be your creative outlet. Do what you want with it. And don't skip meals. That's another thing. We want you guys to be filled, be eating every meal, because it will increase your productivity and your efficiency and make it a priority. I had my snacks today, and it's all
These are the remnants of your bag. It's like a liquid-filled plastic bag. But,
what does that smell like?
It's pineapples.
It's pineapples, everyone.
Preparation.
Yes. Let's talk about snacks, because let's be real. Sometimes you just can't eat 3 meals a day in college. We know. We get that. We've been there. So snacks will be probably your best friends, and if you do it right,
it's a recipe for success.
It's a recipe for success.
But the thing is preparation, making sure that ahead of time you're thinking, like we said before with the cafeteria, you're thinking about ahead of time what I'm going to eat when I get into the caf, what are you going to snack on in between classes, because the reality is your mind's going, your body's moving, you're going to be hungry and you need things to sustain you. So Tupperware, whatever it is, get your Tupperware, what is it, Ziploc, you know, one that's clean and fresh, preferably, and get your Tupperware filled. What can they fill it with?
Oh,
Healthy fats, of course.
a bunch of stuff. Let's see here. What I would do with this is I do some Greek yogurt right in here, section it off. I do an avocado right over here, and then I do maybe some cucumbers, some stuff like that. And then in a Ziploc bag, I'd probably have a whole grain piece of toast and just, you know, go hard.
So for me, what I would put in my little container is some peanut butter or cookie butter if you're about that life, and some apples and maybe some almonds on the side. So I kind of have a little balance in my snack.
Yeah, and if you guys, you know, if you don't even have time for that, buy a bag of nuts, have some apples and oranges, and just
grab
Ziploc
it.
those nuts, grab the apple and orange, and you're good. And once again, the balance, you know, you have your fats, proteins, and carbohydrates, and that comes together nicely even with your snacks.
Definitely.
Wish you guys the best of luck this year, and all the other years you guys are hustling and grinding to, you know, move further in life. And we encourage you guys to just move forward, not only with your career, but with your health life too. And thank you for joining us.
Don't forget to subscribe and let us know in the comment section what your favorite snack is, your favorite food is when you're going to the beach like we do on the West Coast when you have them half days, or when you're going to picnics on the East Coast. Bye.